I'm sure he's going to blame me for this too, even though I did nothing. Oh, well, look at that! He's standing protectively in front of us. This is cute, okay? This is really cute.
Lives in a monochrome world, broken from the sight through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Within sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside of us. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't ever let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
Sup guys, the name's Angielle and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. So last where we left off, doing Rod's route, you know, he's finally starting to warm up just a little bit. But I got in the comments that if you choose to refuse the dance, he might act a little cute or something. But who knows? Maybe that's the right choice. So I will go back to the choice, and then we can continue where we left off. So I'll be right back. All right, let's see what happens if we refuse. Even if I do agree, I doubt Rod would even want to dance with me. You cannot learn how to dance by watching someone. You have to practice the steps yourself. But if you need a break, you can just say so, Em. No, really, I find it easier to learn through visuals. Sorry for making you uncomfortable, Rena. Let's just continue our practice, Rod. Emmeline smiles at me, but it is obvious that she looks more disheartened now. Rod looks at his sister before shaking his head. He turns to walk toward me. He holds out his hand. Would you dance with me? He still offers it. What? Rod leans closer to me and speaks in a low voice. Play along. This is just for Emmeline. Hey! This actually got us a point. I'm going to give him that same squeaky voice for Sebby. He's actually curious about your dancing, Princess. Sebby. Aww. I'm surprised when Sebby suddenly whispers to me. I can tell it is Sebby by the change in the pitch of his voice. Oops. Sorry, Rod. I'm literally giving Sebby the same voice. When I was playing Wanda Nohara with my girlfriend, she was given that same pitch squeak. If anyone knows Wanda Nohara, Princess Uomi, she has that little fish on her head. Yeah, Gia. Gia's his name, I think. she gave him that squeaky voice, so now I'm trying to like put it for Sebby. It kind of fits, you know, if you think about it. Okay, back to this. Rod glares at Sebby before looking at me again. Well, I shift my gaze to Emmeline, who is practically beaming. I sigh and take Rod's hand. I know Emmeline does not like treating me as a maid, but this is a little too much. Fine, just this once. Okay, well, we all know what happens here, so I'm just gonna fast forward to the next chapter, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back here, so I'm just gonna like continue on. This is a dream apparently, so we're just gonna continue on in the next chapter. Good morning, Your Highness. Would you like to play with us? You want to play with me? Yeah, come play with us. We'll have lots of fun. Well, please, just for a little while. Maybe I can... Rena, what are you doing here in front of the gates? Mother. Good morning, Your Majesty. We were just wondering if the princess wants to come play with us. No, Princess Rena does not want to play with you. But Mother, I do. Enough idle chatter. We must go. It is almost time for your dance lessons. But... Rena, do not make me repeat myself. Yes, Mother. That was mean. I wanted her to play with kids and stuff, and I just I hate her mom. Okay, I hate her mom. It is still dawn when I wake up. As much as I want to continue sleeping, I have no choice but to get up and prepare for the day. The last thing I need is an annoying lecture from the head maid. I have almost become accustomed to waking up this early, even if I do not enjoy it. As soon as my preparations are made, I begin to make my way toward Emmeline's room, should she wake early. I am about halfway there when I hear familiar voices. Standing far ahead of me are Sir Alcaster and Sir Maitos. Hi, bitch, and hi, whoever the fuck you are. I know him, I just don't want to give him a bad name. I'm giving Alcaster a bad name, because fuck him, you killed my baby Fritz. In Karma's route. I'm still pissed at you. Are you sure this is going to work? Have a little faith in me, my friend. I swear, if you're helping him too, you're a bitch. Two. Bitch number 1 and bitch number 2. I'm sorry, I'm just like pissed now. Ugh. Friends? We are not friends. Sir Alcaster narrows his eyes, then turns abruptly to look at me. Ah, Miss Rena, was it? Sir Mithros, Sir Alcaster. Have you been eavesdropping, child? He has no reason to be angry at me. If they were talking about something confidential, they should not have been openly talking in the hallway. I am on my way to Princess Emmeline's room, sir. That is why I am here. I coolly look at Sir Alcaster, who looks like he's about to pop a vein. I cannot help but feel satisfied at his reaction. Same here, man. Same here. I don't care what the fuck he gets mad about. In just a few steps, he is suddenly looming over me. Back the fuck up! I don't want you near me with your skank-ass breath. I have never seen Sir Alcaster look so angry before. What is going on? Rod is now walking towards us with a scowl on his face. Sir Alcaster notices this and quickly steps back. Thank you, kind sir! There was just a little misunderstanding, Your Highness. Rod glances at me, his eyes narrowing. Great. I'm sure he's going to blame this for me. I'm sure he's going to blame me for this too, even though I did nothing. Oh! Well, look at that! He's standing protectively in front of us. This is cute, okay? This is really cute. Much to my surprise, Rod puts himself in between me and Sir Alcaster. Are you alright, Rena? He is worried about me? I slowly nod. Rod turns back to Sir Alcaster and Sir Mithros. If you don't have any business with Rena, I will be taking her with me. Emmeline is already waiting for her. Sir Alcaster stares at me for a few moments before bowing down to Rod. Of course, Your Highness. Thank you. Rod turns to me again, his expression solemn. Shall we? He walks off before waiting for my reply. Oh, excuse me. I look back at Sir Alcaster and Sir Mithros one last time before chasing after him. The both of us spend the next few minutes walking in silence. Rod has not said a thing since my encounter with Sir Mithros and Sir Alcaster. Are you okay? What? He already asked me that before. Is he really that worried? I am fine, I am not. Of course I'm going to save, because it is the logical solution. Should we be honest? I don't think Rena's okay. I think she wants to, like, express her emotions, so, let's just see what happens if we say that we're not okay, because she seemed kind of a little, on edge because of Sir Alcaster and everybody. I didn't mean that, right? Oh, God. Oh, whatever. I have never been treated with such disrespect by Sir Alcaster. He is needlessly hostile toward me. Rod scoffs. Before, he was forced to show you respect because you are a princess. Now, because you are a commoner, he speaks to you as bluntly as he speaks to everyone else. That does not excuse his rude behavior. Rod shrugs. He's a lot like someone else that I know. He gives me a pointed look. He always finds a way to scold me somehow. I scowl at him before turning away. I'm guessing that wasn't the right choice. I'm going back because I want to make sure as quick as possible that I do not mess up this ending, okay? I want the good ending. Alright, we're fine. Give us a break. We're fine. I'm surprised by the look on Rod's face at my response. His expression is soft, so unlike his usual scowl. Rod here is pretty worried about you, Princess. Aw, Sebby. Rod glares at Sebby, his cheeks tinged pink. Oh, that's cute. Is Sebby trying to be a wingman? Wingwoman? Wingman? I don't know. Wingman? Because that's adorable, okay? Sebby chuckles. Sorry, Rod. Your thoughts ring so loudly in your mind that I can't help but say them aloud. This is not the first time Sebby has told me about what Rod is thinking. Rod reaches out and pinches Sebby's face, his scowl returning. Oh, don't do that to Sebby. He was trying to help and be a wingman. Ow, ow, ow! I'm sorry, okay? But next time, try not to think too loudly. You said that Emmeline was waiting for me. I did not expect her to be up so early. Where is she? I lied. What? He lied to help me out of that situation? Why? Are you helping me? Because while you're here, you are my responsibility. I may load the role, but I will still uphold it. Besides, you don't need a reason to help someone in need. Help someone in need. I remember Parfait and Delore telling me before that being good often involves helping others who are in need. Now that I've helped you, I'll be taking my leave now. I have fencing lessons to attend. Rod starts to walk off, but then stops and turns back to me. Don't get yourself into more trouble. I won't be there all the time to save you. I glare at him and cross my arms. I am not some damsel in distress, Your Highness. I do not need your help. Rod snorts before turning away from me and walking away. Of course you don't need help, Princess Lucette. Or Reina, I don't know. Later that day, I watched Emmeline finish her etiquette lessons. I can tell that the teacher is impressed with her progress. Emmeline is able to correctly name all the glasses and cutlery. She is not so slow a learner. I had come here earlier in the day to better teach Emmeline about proper dining etiquette. It turns out that my lesson was valuable. You have shown great improvement, Your Highness. I am glad that you have been diligent with your studies. No doubt you'll be ready for the ball soon. Emmeline smiles, her cheeks turning pink. Thank you. I wouldn't have done it without the help of a friend. Emmeline glances at me briefly and smiles gently. I really owe her a lot. That is wonderful. I am so glad you have such a dedicated friend, Your Highness. Oh, that's cute. Friend? Is that really what I am to her? But princesses do not have maids as friends. Excuse me again. A royal does not mingle with commoners, especially not with servants. Mother told me that before. Emmeline does not treat me as a maid, but she cannot possibly think of me as a friend. After the teacher gives Emmeline several books to study for their next lesson, she ends the lesson and excuses herself. Emmeline approaches me and grasps my hands. Thank you so much, Reina. I wouldn't have passed without your help. All I did was to repeat the things your teacher taught you. But you're different. I raised an eyebrow at her. Different? I tend to get nervous in my lessons. My teachers are strict and intimidating. I cave beneath the pressure. But with you, well, I feel more comfortable around you. It's probably because we're almost the same age and your lessons feel more casual. So thank you. I am very grateful to you. She looks down at the ground shyly. I hope it's alright that we're friends. I furrow my eyebrows at her. Why would you even want to be friends with a maid? You're supposed to be making friends with the nobles, not the servants. Emmeline frowns, and I can feel her deflate. She walks toward the window and sighs. I tried. They may not say anything, but I feel them slightly judging me. I wasn't born a princess, and I feel that they judge everything that I do. They think that I smile too much, that I'm not regal enough. They feel that I'm too clumsy or too cheerful. Well, Emmeline definitely does not act like a noble. I cannot say I blame the nobles for being skeptical of her. Being with them suffocates me. I do my best to act like a princess, but the way they all look at me, it's as if they were waiting for me to make a mistake. Then they'll all have an excuse to jeer at me. Every girl dreams of becoming a princess, and yet this is not my dream. I really just miss being a normal girl. I miss my freedom. I look at her, thoughtful. I think I can understand what Emmeline is feeling. Just like me, she was thrown into a world she was not ready to be a part of. Right now, we have no choice but to fit in. She never wanted my title in the first place, yet I accused her of stealing it. Have you told your mother how you feel? Emmeline shakes her head. No, not the king either. I don't want them to think that I'm ungrateful. That's why I'm trying my best to become accustomed to all of this. I cross my arms. Well, you are not happy. I'm not. Everyone just assumes that I'm happy because I smile a lot. She barely opens up to anyone, and yet she opened up to me. Had I been given the choice before I was cursed, I would never have listened to her. You should tell them how you feel, rather than just keep it to yourself. Otherwise, the stress will continue to accumulate on your shoulders. I wish I could be more honest with them. I really do. I envy you for being able to speak your mind. She envies me? Emmeline takes a deep breath. Emmeline takes a deep breath and sighs. The frown fades with the sigh and is quickly replaced by a fragile smile. I'm sorry for ranting to you like that. I must have bored you with my story. I used to get so annoyed with her, but now that I have seen this side of her, I suppose she is not as terrible as I at first thought. You don't say! Oh, I remember that mother wanted to see me after my lessons today. Allow me to escort you to the queen, then. Thank you. Hey! We're becoming more friends with Emmeline. We're becoming more acquainted. Hopefully we'll be friends. Better friends. Woo! Days pass without any real conflict. I run into Sir Alcaster again in the hallways, but his eyes pass over me as if I am something to be ignored. Delora, who has been ignoring me as she has been busy with other priorities, returns to the marching yesterday to discuss something important with Parfait. It is not as if she's been any help since she came here. True, we haven't really seen her. She mostly stays in my room, while I run around doing errands for Emmeline and taking on other chores as they are handed to me. Right now, I am headed to the palace gates as I hurry to meet Emmeline. Excuse me. She's going out to town to meet I keep messing up her name. Virica, I don't know. I seriously don't. I'm trying. You guys are so helpful in the comments. Thank you, but I don't know if I could actually get it right. I'll try, okay? I'll just try. She's going out to town to meet Virica again. I'm sticking with Virica. And I was told to meet her here. Reina! I turned around to see Fritz walking in my direction. Fritz! I miss you! Okay, I'm sorry. I just had a moment. I was just having a moment there. I'm sorry. Ever since I told him to refer me by my name, he has been stumbling over not using my title. I rarely see him, but when I do, we do not have much time to discuss anything. Can I help you with anything, Fritz? It's been a while. Have you managed to complete one of your good deeds? Oh, okay, so he knows. Days after I had originally run into Fritz, I managed to have a quick conversation with him regarding my curse. Oh, that's neat. It has been a long time since that conversation happened. Recently, I have barely seen Fritz. I heard rumors that he has been reassigned somewhere outside the palace. I show him my pendant and point at the piece of the second glass slipper. I managed to get one several days ago. Whoops. Reina, that's wonderful! I knew that you could get one. Only 2 more and then I can break this curse. Ah, Fritz, Miss Reina, I did not think that the two of you were acquainted. We both turn our heads at the same time when Mythros suddenly appears from around the corner, the usual smile on his lips. Please, do not appear like that. That is creepy. Okay. Sir Mythros. Fritz, I believe Sir Alcaster is looking for you. Right. Sorry. Reina, I must take my leave now. Of course. Why did he bow? Oh, he bowed to him. Okay, I'm sorry. Fritz bows to Sir Mythros before walking off, leaving me alone with Sir Mythros. Mythros does not say anything, but continues to smile at me. His staring makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable. Please don't do that. That is creepy, just like in the prologue of the game. That's really creepy. Is there something on my face? Please tell me if there's something on my face. Don't just stare at me. Excuse me. I curtsy, and I start to walk off when Sir Mythros calls my name. Reina. Yes? I just wanted to thank you for your hard work and dedication to our princess. I look at him, puzzled by his sudden gratitude. Don't worry, everything will soon be remedied. Excuse me? My apologies. I did not mean to keep you. He completely ignores my question. I'm stumbling my words. Even I know what he means by that, honestly. He's a witch. So he knows that we're cursed, but he's not going to say anything because he's probably working with Sir Alcaster with overthrowing the king. He dips his head slightly before turning and walking away, the smile still on his face. What was that all about? Rod and Emmeline are already waiting for me outside the carriage by the time I arrive at the palace gates. Rod has his arms crossed and looks at me, irritable. His face is perpetually stuck in that scowl, it seems. You are late. My apologies. You're so grumpy, but you've been late many times before too, Rod. Ha! 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 So you should shut up. Rod just shrugs his shoulders as he turns and heads into the carriage. Emmeline sighs before looking at me. Shall we? Of course. The three of us sit in silence as the carriage rolls toward the town. The knight assigned to guard duty is sitting out front with the driver, watching for any disturbances. Emmeline glances forlornly out one window while Rod silently looks out the other as he rests his chin on the palm of his hand. I notice Emmeline pausing to glance at Rod every now and then, looking restless. Finally, she breaks the silence. Are you still mad that I asked you to come along to visit Vairika? He seems upset. You could have declined the invitation, Rod. And if you would only tell me what happened between the two of you, I would do my best to remedy the situation. Rod notices me looking at him and scowls. He returns his moody gaze to the window. I have nothing to say, Em. But you used to be good friends with Vairika too, Rod. But then ever since you were... Emmeline stops herself, but I know that she is referring to his curse. After that day, you've kept your distance from her. Then, when you found out about the wedding, you became even colder toward her. Even Vairika is worried about you, Rod. She worries that she might have offended you somehow. He liked her, and that she didn't like him. She was planning to marry someone else, and he got pissed. That's what I think happened. Emmeline. There's a hint of warning in his tone. Is it possible that Vairika is related to Rod's curse, considering the timing? Oh, I didn't think about that, actually. Oh. Maybe. Oh god, I had a sneeze coming and it disappeared. Sorry. Emmeline opens her mouth again to say something, but then suddenly stops and returns to the window, her expression mirroring Rod's own gloom. We are all silent until we arrive at the toy shop. Emmeline, good to see you again. And you too. Reina, was it? I nod in acknowledgement. Vairika nods politely at the knight, who stands guard at the shop door. It's just the two of you today? Emmeline and I both turn around, only to see that Rod has indeed vanished. Emmeline frowns, looking both bewildered and disappointed. He was right behind us. I will go look for him. Thank you, Reina. Just as I expected, Rod is leaning against the wall of an alley just outside the toy shop. Save first! Save. Talk with him? Stay with him? Talk to him? Stay with him? I don't know. Like, he's in a mood. Like, something tells me to just stay with him and not talk because he's probably in a mood and he doesn't want to talk. But another part of me is saying talk to him. Maybe I could get him to say something to me if he won't talk to Emmeline. It's like, oh my god, what do I do? Fuck it, I'll just talk to him. Emmeline and Vairika are looking for you. When he does not answer, I cross my arms and raise an eyebrow. Do you hate Vairika that much? I don't hate her. Then why are you avoiding her? When we first came here, you actually looked friendly with her. But recently... This doesn't involve you, Reina. Fine. I will tell Emmeline that you will be in the carriage waiting for her then. When Rod does not answer, I sigh and start to head back into the shop. Princess Reina! Waltz! Rod and I turn at the sound of the familiar voice. Waltz pauses in front of us with a bright smile. Waltz! Hi, Waltz! But I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go back because I think I chose the wrong choice. Man, fuck my choices today. I am not on a roll. I'll be right back again. Well, fine then. Be a bitch. I'll just stay with you. Sheesh. I could tell by Rod's stiff posture that anything I say to him will fall on deaf ears, so I move to stand next to him instead. I lean against the wall with him. What are you doing? Keeping you company? Rod raises an eyebrow at me. Since when have you even liked my company? Well, I'd rather be here than stay inside the toy shop and listen to Emmeline and Vairika talk. So you're not here to try and get me to talk? Well, it's not as if you would answer any of my questions. Yeah, we just tried that. She has a point. I've tried forcing you to talk and know how ineffective it is. But I will be here if you do want to talk. Rod eyes me suspiciously. Since when did you start listening to others? When you are the personal mate of someone who enjoys talking, you learn to listen. Emmeline has been happier these past few months. I hate to admit it, but it seems to be because of you. Are you actually praising me? Rod looks away, his cheeks tinted pink. Ooh, I sense something. Think whatever you like. I do not know why, but for some reason I am happy that Rod gave me a compliment. Princess Reina! Waltz! We're just gonna skip that. Okay, Waltz, hi! It's nice to see you again, Princess. Waltz, what are you doing here? Well, I was about to deliver a letter to the prince, but I guess that won't be necessary anymore. A letter? Is Lady Parfait asking for me? Not just you. She wants to see the princess as well. Me? It has been a while since I was last at the Martian. And if we get to see Karma again, I'm gonna be so happy because I miss Karma. Karma is the best. Okay. I love Fritz and I love Karma. Sue me! Is something wrong? They need to discuss something important with the princess. Come to the Martian tonight. Oh, don't tell me they're gonna tell her that she's related, she's a witch, and her mom was a witch, and yeah, it's good. It's probably gonna be that. I'm not ready to hear all of that again. Tonight? We're already here, so why not now? Walt's eyes shift to our carriage. You are here with Princess Emmeline, yes? You can't make her wait too long. True. Yeah, I didn't want them to go right. I thought they were gonna go right now, but I was gonna be like, what if Princess Emmeline comes and you take too long? So it's kind of what they need to discuss with you is complicated and will take some time to explain. Yeah, they're gonna talk about how her mom is a witch and she's a witch also. So the toy shop door opens and Emmeline stands in the doorway as she says her goodbyes to Vairika. Remember, tonight. These are Walt's last words before he slips back into the crowd. Emmeline's visit with Vairika was briefer than I thought it would be. Now all of us are headed back to the palace. Rod is not uttered a word on our way back. I can tell that this is making Emmeline agitated, as she continues to keep glancing at Rod expectantly. If you have something to say it. Emmeline stares at me. You obviously want to say something to Prince Rod. The only way to get your answers is to ask him directly. Rod does not turn around. It is as if he does not hear me. Emmeline clasps her hands and sighs. Well, I glance at Rod, who still persistently stares out the window, his eyes focused on nothing. He is pretending not to hear us. How immature. Rod, Vairika was sad that you weren't there today. She was certain that you stayed outside to avoid seeing her. What is going on with you? I am not in the mood to answer your questions, Em. Emmeline grips the edges of her dress, her expression becoming more rigid. You've been keeping secrets from us ever since you were cursed. We don't even know why you were cursed or how to help you break it. Wait, the rest of the family doesn't know anything about the circumstances of Rod's curse? I had thought that he told them everything, but all they know is that he is cursed? We're a family. We're supposed to help each other through problems. Emmeline's hands are shaking as she gazes at her brother. Em. The carriage stops, and as soon as the servant opens the door, Emmeline quickly steps out and rushes back toward the palace. Rod watches her go quietly, though his eyebrows are furrowed and he looks guilty. I silently shake my head at him before running after Emmeline. Seriously, Rod, look what you did! Just look at what you did! Emmeline stands in the hallway with her hands to her chest. She breathes slowly in and out, as if she is on the verge of tears. When she notices me behind her, she turns away and wipes her eyes with the back of her hand. I'm sorry for storming off like that. I was just very frustrated at Rod. I said something I shouldn't have said back there. If anyone finds out about this, they won't. Your secret is safe with me. Emmeline flashes me a grateful smile before looking at the sky. Em! One moment, Rod is running down the hallway. The next, he has stopped in front of us and is trying to catch his breath. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, Rod. Right now, I'd like to be alone. Of course. I'm sorry, Reina, but could you leave me for now? She does not even wait for my answer before walking away, leaving me alone with Rod. You made her cry, Rod. I am fully aware of that. Why are you hiding your curse from your family? You wouldn't understand. I'm doing this to protect them. Protect them? Rod silently shakes his head. They wouldn't understand. Those are the last ominous words Rod speaks before rushing off, leaving me alone in the hall. Well, all right then. Bye. What happened to him? The hallways are silent at this time of night, as most everyone in the palace prepares for bed. I am now on my way to our meeting place. Rod told me earlier to wait for him here. I had thought that he would make me go to the marching by myself after what transpired with Emmeline, but I was wrong. Emmeline was so upset today. I have never seen her like this before. Oh, we're back in our usual dress for the marching. I turned my thoughts back to the marching and to what Walt said earlier. I wonder what Parfait wants to talk about with us. I feel my heart beating erratically against my chest. Why do I feel like something bad is going to happen? Because something bad will happen, and you're gonna hear the truth, and you're not gonna take it all that well, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lucette. I realize that I have been standing in the open for a while. Perhaps I should move. People might find my standing here suspicious. I start walking again, and I'm surprised when I feel a hand close around my wrist and pull me into the darkness. I open my mouth, but a hand muffles my scream. Shh! Don't fucking do that, Rod! Rod? Rod's gaze is icy. He speaks quietly, but I can feel the anger simmering underneath his words. What if someone saw you just standing there? Have you even thought about how they might get suspicious? His tone is so accusatory that for a moment I cannot find my voice. But then, he is right. I should have been more careful. Sorry. Russ stares at me, surprised. What? I never thought I'd hear you apologize, especially to me. Oh, well, at least I know how to apologize, unlike you. Oh, well, she got you right there. And why would I ever have a reason to apologize to you? Because you've done nothing but treat me coldly, even when I have done nothing to personally attack you. Rod scowls at me, but does not say anything. Instead, he sighs and takes my hand, pulling me after him. Oh, that's adorable! Look at that! He's blushing. He's blushing. Okay, I'm sorry. That's cute. What? I skipped the thing by accident, but I know what she said. She's like, what? Let's go before the guard sees us. I have no energy to argue with Rod, so I allow him to pull me along. I'm sorry. What? He apologized to me? Don't make me repeat myself. I did not hear you clearly. There's one thing I know about you. It's that you're not deaf. Of course I'm not. Shh. Someone will hear you. I glare at Rod, but he does not respond. Sebby is just like, what do I do? Princess, your hand is really warm. Oh, that must have been Rod's thoughts. Oh, Sebby, I love you, but you should actually respect Rod's thoughts too. But good, you're being a wingman. Rod freezes in place and glares at Sebby, who seems to be shrugging. Your thoughts are too loud, Rod. Through the dim lights, I can actually see a faint blush on Rod's cheeks. You are blushing. I am not. He lets go of my hand and starts to walk toward the secret passage with me trailing behind him. We look around to make sure no one is in sight before we both slip inside. I follow closely behind Rod in silence. My eyes move upward to the little bunny plush hanging on his shoulder. Sebby, I've been wondering, have you ever talked with Rod's family as yourself? Rod suddenly stops and scowls over his shoulder at me. What? I'm asking Sebby, not you. No, I don't, Princess. Rod doesn't want me to talk with others since he thinks that I might say something unnecessary. So much for that. You still speak, even when it is unnecessary. He's trying to be a wingman. Come on. In the dim lighting of the tunnel, I think I can see a faint pink in Rod's cheeks. But it is probably a trick of the strange lighting. Nope, he is actually blushing. Rod is right. Sebby has blurted out his thoughts more than a number of times. I'm gonna save. We're just gonna be blunt and agree with Rod. Let's see what happens. Sebby sighs. You're not doing a very good job. How can I not when Rod here is thinking too loudly? It makes my head ache. You get headaches? That's not the point! The point is that when he thinks on something too long, his head becomes cloudy and really full, like it's going to explode. That's why I got to explain for him. He's not good at expressing his thoughts, so I... Rod cuts Sebby off by pinching his cheeks. Aww! Ow, ow, ow! Okay, I'll stop talking now. Rod sighs and continues walking. Oh, that's adorable. I'm sorry, that's just really cute. Rod, have you spoken with Emmeline since that earlier incident? No. As much as I want to ask him again about his curse, I doubt that he will divulge anything right now. I decided to keep my thoughts to myself as we head for the march-in. When we arrive at the march-in, Parfait and Laura are there to welcome us. The others, however, are nowhere in sight. Ah, it's been a while, Princess. Thank you for bringing her here safely, Prince Rod. Where is everyone? They're all resting in their rooms now. It wasn't necessary that they be here for what Delora and I want to discuss with you. I will be staying in the tavern then. Rod is about to head for the tavern when Delora stops him. You don't have to leave. What we're going to say involves you too, since you're staying at the palace as well. Rod looks at her curiously but asks no questions. Parfait and Delora gestures over to the settee, where we all take our seats. This is something Rod and I must know because we're in the palace? I have a bad feeling about this. Before we start, I would like to congratulate you on your first good deed, Princess. Delora told me all about it, and I can see the extra piece on your necklace as well. Parfait smiles at me, her eyes filled with pride. Her faith in me rekindles the dwindling confidence I had. If only you'd seen how happy Delora was when she announced it to us. You didn't have to go into specifics, Parfait. Aw, she was happy for us. That's cute. Oh, are you embarrassed, Delora? She smiles at Delora teasingly before turning back to me. That is it. I ship these two now. I'm sorry. No, it's not the gay intensifies inside me. They're just like good friends that I feel like they would be good in a relationship. I kind of ship them a little bit. Anyway, I know you can do it, Princess. Only 2 more to go, and you can break your curse. Yeah, keep up the good work, Princess. And you too, Rod. So, what is it that you wanted to discuss with us? I conducted a little investigation while I was with Rena in the palace, and I found out something important. Oh, so it's not involving us. Okay, something important? I discovered that there is a witch in the palace. Aha! She discovered about Sir Mithros. I know because of karma. A witch? In the palace? I felt a tinge of magic while I was there. It was faint, but definitely there. I don't remember feeling it before when I was there as your doll, Princess. It seems that the witch is using a glamour to hide himself or herself from us. Himself, it's Mithros. A glamour is a magic that only very experienced witches can cast, which means the witch we are dealing with is no ordinary witch. They have the potential to be very powerful. Oh, also guys, if you're watching Rod's Route for the first time, I'm playing Rod's Route for the first time as well, but I'm really sorry if I just spoiled it for you that Mithros is the witch. It's because I played Karma's Route, and they announced that that Mithros was actually a witch, and he was helping Alcaster in a plot that I will not mention because, you know, I probably mentioned it already that he was gonna overthrow the king or something, but yeah, he's a dickwad and I don't like him, but Mithros is okay. I'm sorry if you're watching Rod's Route for the first time and I spoiled the whole Mithros is a witch thing. It's just that, you know, I just know now. I'm sorry again. But what would a witch be doing in the palace in the first place? This witch could be after the king, but what? Parfait and Delora glanced at each other, looking conflicted. It is Parfait who faces me first, her expression grave. Oh, so they are going to tell us. I'm afraid there is some other possibility we must make you aware of, Princess. And in order for us to explain it, we must give you the truth. Oh. Chapter 6, Moving Closer. So that means they're not going to tell us? Really? Oh, they're telling us in the next chapter. Well, I'm sorry guys, but I have to stop here for today. We will continue more of Cinderella Phenomenon in the next video. We all know what's going to happen. We all know the truth, really. And I kind of spoiled it too in the beginning. sorry again if you're watching Rod's route and I spoiled some things for you that haven't been mentioned. It's because I did Karma's route and I just know things. I'm really sorry if I spoiled some things for you. But I'm pretty sure most of you have already played Rod's route, have already watched it and everything. But for those of you who are new to this, I'm really sorry I spoiled some stuff. I don't like spoiling things for people. It's because I'm so used to people spoiling things for me that it's become a habit. But I always ask other people, like, do you want me to spoil it for you? If they tell me no, I respect them and I leave it. But if they told me to spoil it for them, I have that habit to tell them everything that happens. So, yeah, I'm really sorry. Since I can't talk to you guys face to face, I just blurt out the spoilers. It's just something I do. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more of my videos, then click subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!